Hey Doodles, it's Smurf here, and Jojo too, my daughter. So she's interested to see what this courier package is that has just arrived. So I found a little something on trademe.co.nz, which is like New Zealand's eBay, yeah. So I couldn't help myself when I saw it. I was like, this would be pretty cool for the channel. I have no idea what the illustrations are going to be like, but I thought it would be cool. So more packaging rubbish. Right. Oh wow.
And more.
Well, I suppose they probably want it not to come damaged. It is a colouring book. Oh, I can slip it out, I think. It came with a free little kiwi. Let's turn it up the right way. So, you know, we're Kiwis here in New Zealand, so
Yes.
thought that would be a good idea. So we've got a little mascot now. Anyway, so obviously the title got me a little bit for big and small people. And it's by Quin. Does it say who Quin is? Oh, it's a little bit damaged on the back, but that's okay. Kuwi? Is it Kuwi?
Kuwi?
Do you reckon it's Kuwi or Kiwi?
A-E-I-O-O. Kuwi. Yeah.
Kuwi, okay. A portion of the sale of this book is donated to Kiwis for Kiwi, which is obviously
A protection program. For
yeah,
Kiwis.
yeah.
So endangered.
So Kuwi the Kiwi takes you on a native New Zealand journey through intricate line art. The illustrative magic of Quin comes alive with this creative colouring book, stunningly illustrated for all ages. Certain pages are intentionally unfinished and encourage your creative side. A perfect project for adult and child to work on together, so you don't have to hide your colouring books from the kids anymore. But I will hide it from Josie.
Rude.
If you like it, I'm sure I can pick you up a copy. So it's quite cute. Anyway.
Look at the way it's so cute.
Oh, look at the cover. Isn't that so cute? Anyway, it's got perforated pages so you can pull them out.
Oh,
Cool, eh?
yeah.
Oh, the artists who have worked on this book are. Isn't that cool? Paper feels quite good too.
Maybe for her daughters. Simply.
Oh, for my girls Opal, Willow and Florence. Nice names.
They are nice names.
Illustrated.co.nz. I'm going to have to check that out.
Illustrated publishing.
So, it's got instructions. I'll try and keep it in the shot.
Get you in shot.
So, I don't know if this will be available overseas or not. It's so cute. Look at that.
Add your own leaves, twigs, mushrooms, and bush creatures. And it's got what she's done.
Oh. Colour the frames and add your own vintage illustrations.
Do you know if Kiwis are safe from predators, they would live to 50 years old?
Add your own seabirds, fish, and other sea creatures. Oh, look at the cute little seal.
Yeah, they've got our native dolphin.
Hector's dolphin.
Hector's dolphin.
Is it turning up in frame?
Yep.
Cool. Did you know a female kiwi can lay up to 100 eggs in a lifetime? Jesus. Poor girls, considering those eggs are huge and take up like most of their abdomen.
They are the biggest egg to size ratio out of any living bird.
Did you know kiwi chicks do not need to be taught by their mums or dad to find food? A kiwi chick knows instinctively to use its beak to dig in the dirt and forage for a meal. So here's a bit of a question for you. Where do you think the nostrils are on the kiwi's beak? Do you think they're up by its face where it attaches or down at the very end?
I feel like should your answering this question, so down at the end.
Well, that would make sense, eh? So that they can smell grubs.
How many tasty hoo-ha grubs can you find in
Hoo-ha?
Isn't that how you say it?
No, it's hoo-hoo.
Hoo-hoo.
Hoo-hoo grubs can you find in this picture? Why have we got flies?
Because they hate you.
Yeah.
Did you ever refill the canister for the e-commerce spray?
No, I haven't done that
Then
yet.
that's probably why.
Yeah. So we're a bit worried about flies at the moment because about 150 k's south of where we live, they're having a major problem with cluster flies.
Ah.
Chris was telling me, so my partner Chris, he's an electrician and he's wiring up this new house down in Gladstone, and he said there's like just hundreds of cluster flies in it, and all the framing has been like stayed from the fly shit.
Oh, wow.
The fly poop. So yeah, so I'm like, oh, there's a fly in the house. What's this fly? Hopefully it's not bringing its mates. Anyway, did you know kiwi chicks do not need to be taught by... Oh, so I did. It's going to get edited then. New Zealand native birds.
Ah.
Okay, so can we figure out what these all are? That's our kingfisher. What's that one, Josie?
Fantail.
That'll be one of our robins, won't it? No, because that one is that a tailtit or whatever it's called? I don't know.
That's like our most common bird, isn't it? The brown ones.
Those are sparrows. They're everywhere.
Yeah, but that's why.
Or do you mean the... What are they? The little thrushes.
Yeah.
Are they native?
I don't think they're native, but they're like...
They're
so Canadian geese.
So maybe that's not what it
native.
is. So maybe we can't figure it out. Yeah. So I don't know what's going on with these. One of these will be a tui and one of them will be a kakapo.
Yeah, and then they've got owl.
No, that's a
Kakapo. That's the owl.
So what's that one?
Oh, is it the?
Because I thought I called that a kakapo just now. We've got one. Oh, kokako.
Kokako. Yeah.
So many of the native birds have, the Māori names, and it's hard to remember what's what.
I remember
a lot of them are similar.
I also remember it because it's green. It's a greener bird, so I say kakariki, and it's close to the name.
Yeah, kakapo.
Kakariki.
Yeah.
Which
and
is
then that
green
one was
and
kokako. So we've got a kokako at the Mount Bruce National Wildlife
And I'm
Centre.
pretty sure it also says its name.
Yeah.
Kokako. Or is that the...
And then obviously that's a kiwi, and I don't know what these little guys are. This will be our moorpork.
Moorpork, yeah.
Owl. They're really small little owls, and they're called moorpork because that's the sound they make.
Yeah, we Pokemon our owl.
Oh, they did too, didn't they?
Yeah.
That's cool.
It was probably because back in the day it was such a distinctive sound that they were able to recognise it. That's our albatross, which is the biggest, it's the biggest albatross, I believe, species.
That's a takahe. That's obviously, would that be what's it
Penguin.
called? The little blue penguin? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's a blue penguin. I forgot its name. Isn't it the pukeko?
No, pukekos aren't native to New Zealand. So we call them pukekos here. In Australia, they call them swamp hens.
Yes, whacked, yeah. And then, is that the kia?
It'll be a kia or a kaka. Can't tell because it's not coloured in.
We'll get to make that decision.
I don't know. I would have made the kia look cheekier because they're really naughty. We've got kaka around here. Kaka are a parrot.
Down in Mount Bush, you can feed
them. They're feeding. It's really cool. They swoop right over your head and stuff. It's really awesome.
You can feed them yourself. I've done it.
Yeah. Hold the fruit and they'll come and get it. They're real cheeky, but not as cheeky as the kia, which I haven't met any kia.
They're common down in Wellington, and there's many stories about kias following.
Are they? I thought they was more South Island.
Well, Wellington is close to South Island. I'm putting it into our perspective.
Oh, here's a tuatara.
Tuatara.
Add your own flowers, birds, and details to the Pohutakawa tree, which is one of our native trees.
It's the red one you see around Christmas.
Yeah. But they can also come in different colours. They've got purple
Yeah, they've
and
got
pink
purple
and stuff
and pink,
and orange.
but
I
the
think.
red is the most noticeable.
Common. Yeah. Most common too.
Draw some beautiful butterflies and add your own details to the butterfly's wings.
Did you know kiwis have very small wings and cannot fly?
They're like penguins.
Like penguins, yeah. Kiwi season. The best times to hear kiwi calls in the wild are in autumn and early winter. Spring, summer, and autumn.
Winter, spring, summer, autumn.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that. I was too busy looking at the page on this side. Find your way to Hui, the chick. Help him to get out of the maze and reach the yummy Ohuhu grub. This is quite a cool little book, eh? Yeah. And then obviously we've got a whole pile of lizards and geckos.
Yeah. We
have a lot of native.
Yes, we also have only 2 native mammals and they're bats.
Yeah, and they're quite small, aren't they?
They're tiny.
Add your own river creatures and... How do you say that again? You know how to say it. Blue duck. Theo, yeah.
Theo, I think it's Theo. Yeah, Theo duck. Because WH in Māori is usually pronounced as an F.
Theo.
It's the Theo duck.
Kiwi
I could
kai.
be completely wrong.
Kiwi kai. So kai in Māori means food.
Food.
A favourite food for kiwis is native worms. Kiwis also eat a range of insects, seeds and grubs. They have also been known to eat fruit, freshwater crayfish, eels and even frogs.
Look, move kiwi. Kind of like
he looks like he's fluffy, like Luna.
Like a Luna.
Fluffy like Luna. Decorate your own kiwi egg, and actually, no crap of a lie. That's like some of the kiwi eggs are that big.
Yeah.
Because what is it? The great spotted kiwi that has the biggest egg.
I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
They are huge.
Yeah. And we had a fully white kiwi up at the Mount Bruce Wildlife Centre, so we got to see that a few times. Yeah, I only ever saw one, so the first one had died before I happened to get there.
Yeah.
Kiwiana kai. Add your favourite New Zealand kai food or treats. White bait, fairy bread, hokey pokey ice cream. What is tomato sauce? Pavlova or pavlova. Depends how you say it. I've always said pavlova. I don't know why. But
Jaffas.
yeah, there's a bit of a contestment between the Aussies and the Kiwis about where the who the pavlova belongs to. Yeah.
The Jaffas are really cool. If you go down to Dunedin, which has the biggest the most
steepest
the steepest road in the world, I believe it is.
Yeah.
They do Jaffa runs.
Is it a Jaffa race?
Yes, it's a race.
How do you know if it's your Jaffa? Because by the time it gets to the end of the road, it's going to be stuffed. Yeah. I think they just throw the Jaffas down.
It's more of a run. They just throw a bunch of Jaffas down.
There was this really cool commercial that was out a few years ago, and I believe, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they used that road, and it was all these different coloured bouncy balls that they released down the road, and I think it was like a Canon commercial or something for their video cameras. Yeah. I could be completely wrong, but yeah.
Yeah. They've also got LMP, which is
lemon and pyro.
Which
so
is
we've got a place called Pyro up north, by the Coromandel.
Then you've got chocolate. We have our own chocolate making company.
Whitakers.
Then we've got Fijoas. Are they only made in New Zealand?
Made in New Zealand.
Grown.
No, I don't believe so. Could be wrong though. They're like a type of persimmon guava. Mm-hmm. And then, if you don't have them overseas.
And then you've got kiwi fruit, which most countries called kiwi, which is really confusing.
Yeah.
You've got.
But that's not a New Zealand like native thing, but it is a favourite food because I think they're called Chinese gooseberries elsewhere.
No, that's only in China. Most places call them kiwis.
Yeah, they do now, but they used to be known as Chinese gooseberries.
Yeah, but
when I was very young.
They're most easily grown in New Zealand. Yeah, because of our
climate, obviously. Yeah,
and I think we're the only place you can get golden kiwi fruit from.
Yeah, that's right. And those are very nice. They're quite sweet rather than tart because kiwi fruit is kind of a little bit acidic. Yeah. Jet planes, one of our favourite lilies.
You got Cheerios.
Power
Fritters.
Yeah. Power aren't only a New Zealand thing, though.
No.
They're called abalone, I think, or abalone? Or is that white powers? I can't remember, but there are other types of powers around, obviously. I mean, the ocean
does its own thing.
It doesn't really have borders, does it?
No. Dress up, draw your own outfits on these 4 Kiwis. And then you've got a traditional Māori outfit. You've got some...
Netball, we like netball. Goal shoot.
We've got a rugby.
Oh, look, he's got his red bands on.
He's got his red bands on.
Yeah.
We've got...
black kiwi. Metal beaks. Okay. Batman. Kiwi's first egg. Oh.
And then you've got adult kiwi with its little baby strapped on.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, eh? Did you know kiwi are related to the elephant bird of Madagascar? I did not know that.
Emus?
Well, that's obvious. And cassowaries?
Those are the birds that we saw earlier with the in the movie we just watched. You know how they had the blue and the black birds?
Oh, yeah.
Who were being little, like, doing the...
Oh, yeah.
That's a cassowary.
Yeah, we watched Fern Gully, The Last Rainforest earlier. It was one of my favourite movies when I was a kid. So.
It's an Australian movie. It's set in Australia.
Yeah.
And it's about forestry.
Fairies in the forest. And it's a very similar storyline to Avatar.
It's got a very Avatar.
Yeah, so Avatar ripped off Fern Gully, really. Yeah. So this is cool.
Yeah.
Looks like the country. Oh, and we got a little snail off the Stewart Island.
Oh.
So no, we don't have North Island, Middle Earth, South Island. That's fallacy. It's North Island, South Island, Stewart Island.
Yes.
Because I did see someone had made a map of New Zealand and it was out there, and some poor people were believing that we actually call this island Middle Earth.
No.
Or Middle Island.
Isn't that from...
That was really... Yeah.
Lord of the Rings, however,
but
is up here, actually.
Or it might have been one of those old maps. Real old cartography map that said North Island, Middle Island and South Island.
Yeah. They, old maps probably didn't have the... they just would call it what they are in geography, not really having names here.
Yeah, probably didn't really know then.
Nah.
One, which is tahi.
Tahi.
In Māori. Perfect pavlova.
Draw your favourite
toppings on the pavlova. And our favourite toppings are slices of kiwi fruit and strawberries.
Yeah.
That's traditional topping. Oh, yeah, but whipped cream on top.
You get whipped cream.
Yeah.
Got a little slather of whipped cream.
Rua, number 2. Kofi trees. So that's another one of our native trees.
Are they yellow?
Yellow.
Kofi
means yellow. Yeah. Add leaves and flowers to your kofi tree and decorate the pot.
Oh, I'm pretty sure these are the yellow ones, not the leaves specifically. It's the yellow flowers.
No, yeah, the flowers are yellow.
Yeah.
And then this little cap part on it is a green, similar to like this green or this green.
Yeah.
If you can see that, hopefully you could.
And then these
are green.
You've got some traditional Māori art down here.
Those are called korus, aren't they?
Karus, yeah.
Korus.
And then we've got Rua.
Toru. Beautiful butterflies. Decorate your own butterfly or moth, because you can make them hoo-hoo moths, because that's where the hoo-hoo grubs come from. And they're real nasty moths. They're really big. And if you, they're actually quite scary. They can dive bomb you if they're upset, and they bite.
Yeah. They're probably one of our most deadly predators in New Zealand.
Yeah, they totally kill humans all the time.
Yeah. Compared to Australia, that's what we got. We've got a moth.
Yeah, we've got a moth. Watch out for the moths. And 4 is fa. Although we have that, people reckon there's a panther down south. There've been like black panther sightings down south for many years.
There's taru lua toru fa. What? I will remember how to count.
Creepy crawly creatures. Add colour to the 4 native cowrie snails. Giant snails can live for more than 20 years. I didn't know we had cowrie snails. Like, I know we got cowrie trees, which are the real big trees that we have here.
We've got native snail.
And they're like really, really protected because they're really endangered, our cowrie trees.
So are the snails, actually, because they're mostly on the trees.
When I was up in the Coromandel, we went on this walk that had big carry trees in it, and they have notices everywhere that you don't touch the bark.
Yeah, you don't touch the bark.
And the other thing too was with the carry trees, before you go onto this walk, they had this metal poles type station thing that had grating on it, and it had you had to scrub your feet, and it had this spray that sprayed on your shoes and everything, and you had to do that before you went in and before you went out to help control. There's some type of bacteria or fungus that can get on your shoes that can kill carry trees.
Some people also have pesticides on their shoes.
Yeah.
Like 1080, stuff like that, which is really bad for our native trees. That's why it's a lot of people are against using it.
We do so much stuff in New Zealand that we shouldn't to protect our wildlife, but that's just my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Won't get into politics as such.
Wema!
New Zealand natives, 5 of them.
So we've got... That's got to be...
No, it's a takahe.
A takahe?
Yeah.
Have I never seen a takahe? Because that just looks like a pukeko to me.
Well, no, you haven't seen a takahe. Takahe are heaps bigger. Like, a pukeko's body is like this big.
Yeah.
But a takahe is like this.
Oh.
They used to have one at Mount Bruce. I don't know if they still do. I think it may have passed away. So
Yeah.
Add your own beautiful beach details. Obviously, being a pile of islands, we have lots of beaches.
Lots of beaches.
Lots of beaches. And look, there's some orcas. Which are obviously not native to New Zealand, but you know.
We've got the names.
Oh, now we know. Black Robin. It was a robin.
Yeah.
I think. It might have been Great Warbler.
What one was? I think we were talking about the Great Warbler. Oh no, it's our bluebird, our bellbird. That's the one we were.
Did I say that? I don't know.
No,
I said something.
We've got the moas because they were they're extinct. They were big and the most meat you could get in New Zealand, so they were eaten by the Māori.
Yeah, and like it's quite cool. The Māori made cloaks out of their feathers, so you can actually go onto the museums and see
what the birds would look like.
What their feathers look like at least.
And then we've seen their bones, so that's how they've made. If you've ever seen their,
it's just like a dinosaur
rendering.
kind of thing. Like with dinosaurs, we don't know what they look like, but we have an idea.
Yeah, and we got the owlets, the little babies.
Pied shag, New Zealand storm petrel, fantail. I can't say that. Piwaka waka.
Piwaka waka. And then you've got the royal albatross.
Or it could be pai waka waka. I don't know what the little emblem means over it.
I can't remember.
Changes the vowel.
Yeah, but then we've got the royal
there's the
albatross.
kaka.
Yes.
So that's how they've represented
the
the kaka.
kaka's got a
so
tree.
these ones that we were looking at are kia.
So the kias.
So that's the kaka.
The kakas are on a stick and the kias are flying.
Yeah.
That's how she's done them.
Royal albatross.
You need to move it all the way to the pages to get the full look.
Oh, so it's actually called a ruru.
Woo. Oh yeah,
but I thought we called them mopog.
A lot of people
obviously
call them
they've
mopog.
Got two names really.
Yeah, we would probably be their like just traditional name.
Saddleback. So that's a black bird with a white patch. Stitchbird. Takahe. See. Tomtit, tui, wax eye, Theo.
We could be completely wrong on that. I suggest you look into that.
Yeah.
Because that was, I was doing, because it's on our $10 bill on the back, our bird. We were doing an interest into the $10 bill, and that was 4 years ago now. So I could be completely lost.
White-fronted tern, native plants and fungi. Harakiki. I could have completely butchered that.
I think that's
but I said that pretty right. New Zealand flax, kakabeak, kawa. They make tea out of this. Yeah. It's I can't remember what therapeutic use it has. I think it's for like pain and stuff like that. I'm not. Well, I know they make kawa balm, and you can like put it on chapped lips and wounds and things like that, and it helps heal it up. So it's got healing qualities anyway. Obviously.
You got the Kofi.
Yeah.
We were talking about earlier.
My kayaka.
Yeah, that's right.
Native orchid. I didn't know we had native orchid.
Native orchid.
Wonder if I'm allowed one.
Would be really hard to get.
Manuka flowers from the manuka tree. Maro berries. Native clematis flower. Pahutakawa. Ponga, which is our silver fern, which is our national emblem when it comes to a plant.
Yeah.
Pongakuru, which is the fern frond. So that's
curls up.
what unravels and makes the big humongous
Yeah.
fern branch.
If you've ever been to New Zealand and gone on a walking, like on a walk,
Yeah,
in
big
the
ponga
forest,
trees.
you will see these.
It's interesting because it's spelt ponga, but it's supposed to be pronounced punga.
Punga, yeah, that sounds about right.
Toto. Totos. Really kokako, blue fungi. So that's on our one of our notes, and everybody in New Zealand, our $50 note, I think. Everybody in New Zealand jokes that they're blue meanie mushrooms. So those are those psychedelic trip ones. But obviously these aren't those.
We heavily suggest do not eat these. They're they're probably ingestible because most mushrooms aren't actually poisonous. It's only a select few.
I don't know whether you can eat our blue fungi.
But we suggest not to.
Yeah, I wouldn't try it.
Don't just eat mushrooms off the ground.
Archie's frog with his little froglets. Native skink. Yes. And then we also have plague skinks, we call them.
Plague skink.
So they're introduced. They're not native.
That's why they're called plague stinks, most likely. Then you've got the New Zealand gecko.
Yeah, tuatara. And native bats. Here they are. Long-tailed bat.
Long tail.
I can't see a long tail. He looks squat.
He's probably smaller than the short tail.
And then short-tailed bat. And he's obviously,
So it's probably because the tail's in the back.
Native marine mammals. What? A blue whale is native.
So the reason it's probably considered native is because blue whales come down here to breed. So blue whales are
so if they're bred here, that's where they come from. Yeah. Maui dolphin. I thought.
It's also called a Hector's dolphin.
Hector's dolphin, yeah. Orca. I did not know that.
Yeah. It's because down here is in the Arctic is mostly where there's less predators.
Arctic, or do you mean Antarctica?
The Antarctic is where there's less predators because it's colder.
Yeah.
And orcas also eat seals. Yeah. We have our own seal, so they like it down here.
Sea lions. So I've always got native sea lion, native seals, crabs, crayfish, John Dory, kinna,
kingfish,
octopus, pawa, pipi, and sea snails.
Yes. Let's put more.
Wow, there's a lot in this little book. It's so cute too. I like it.
It's an introduction. We've got the
seahorse, snapper, squid, starfish. That squid is so cute.
It's got his little puff of ink.
Who scared him? No.
Introduced rainbow trout. So it's
also New Zealand river creatures. So stuff you find in our river.
That might be what it. Oh no, it's native marine life. Oh, okay.
Kora, freshwater crayfish, longfin eel, whitebait.
Yeah, you'll notice that we eat crayfish a lot more than we eat lobsters, which is debated about how they taste, but we here eat a lot more crayfish.
What's the deal with the wetters? Because we've got cave wetter, giant wetter. I've never seen a giant wetter. I hope I never do because wetters scare the crap out of me.
Okay, so
cave wetter, is that the ones that we find in the garden?
That's no, actually.
Or they're 3 types of wetters, and we've only got 2 in this book.
Great wetters are the ones you would probably find in the garden. They're probably
giant wetter. No, giant wetters are like this, Josie. They're like this.
But you find the baby ones.
No, they're not.
Cave wetters, you wouldn't.
Really, you should Google that.
We're gonna Google it.
Common copper butterfly, glowworm, hoo-hoo beetle, hoo-hoo grub, introduced bumblebee, introduced ladybird, kahukura, red admiral, it's obviously a butterfly or a moth, cowrie snail, which I've never seen in my life, native ant, native land snail, native slug, New Zealand giant bush dragonfly, I think I've seen a few of those, spider, just spider. Spider.
By the way, if you're wondering why we have introduced bumblebees and we have a lot of native flowers and stuff like that, that is because the birds used to do all the things the bumblebee did.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Kiwi classics, feijoa, hokey pokey ice cream, jet plain lolly, kiwi fruit, pavlova, tomato sauce. What do we got here? Oh, a little bit about Kat. Oh, she's done these books.
Oh,
I've seen those
that's
before.
where it came from. Yeah, I've seen. That's where the name on the back. It's actually First Egg. I've read that book. It's a really good book.
So did she write the book or did she illustrate them? She must have done both.
She probably
Because it's only got her name on the front.
Oh.
And then there's a little bit about Kiwi. And then there's a nice little last page. And then we've got this nice cover thing going on.
Yeah.
Doo-doo. So Quin is the #1 best-selling author and illustrator of the Kuwi the Kiwi series. Her household of cheeky children provide inspiration and critique of her work. Kat is also a passionate ambassador for Kiwis and Kiwis for Kiwi.
Okay, yeah, she's only got 2 on there. There is a ground wetter,
Ground wetter.
which is probably the one you find in your garden, and then there's a few more.
See, this is, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. I'll try and get the reflection away from it. But
I
this
think
is the
it's-
scary old wetters. I got bit on the foot when I was a kid because I left my skates outside overnight and I put my foot in and I got bit by a wetter.
And then there's a
I've
similar.
been so scared of them ever
There's
since.
several very similar things that can be found in Australia, and then there's a few more up here. You've got the tusked wetter,
Ooh.
which look huge, and then you've got this one here, which is a tree wetter.
Yeah, so is this one from New Zealand?
Mercury Islands.
Where's that? I'm so bad at geography. Anyway, we'll leave it at that. If you're interested in wetter, you can go Google them yourself because they scare me and I don't even like looking at them. So, yeah.
It might be from the South Island. It's called the Mercury Islands tusked wetter, but it's also known as the Middle Land.
There's that middle land thing coming up again. Anyway, guys, this will have been very long anyhow. So, until next time, keep doodling.
It's an island off New Zealand.
Yes, it is.
Mercury Islands.
Anyway, Josie doesn't want to say goodbye.
Bye-bye. I wanted to get this.